Good morning and a happy new week. How have you been? It's amazing to see you online this morning. It's good to know that you're strong and healthy, and we're grateful to God always for the gift of life. How was last week? Your week of affirmation. I'm sure it was really good. What have you said to yourself this morning? I would love to know. Let me know how your week was. Let me know what you've said to yourself this morning. I am bold, I am strong, I'm courageous, I'm facing the day. Victorious will I be. I'm coming out strong. I am more than this. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I'm sure you will also rejoice and be glad in this day, because it is a day that the Lord, our God, our Father, has made. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly so we can kickstart what we have today. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me, just to be sure that everything is working fine. Okay. Okay, so let's get it started. Good morning to you, and today we will be talking about something very important, as always, something that I think we should pay attention to, we should look at, because you see, everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to be someone of value, someone of worth, someone that people will seek after. Everyone wants to be a mentor. Everyone wants to be the one people are calling on, the one people are looking up to. And, we find in our time that it's a big struggle, it's a big hustle. And then you also will be wondering, why is it that there are a lot of people who are struggling day after day, but are simply becoming nothing, or are not hitting the mark that they want to hit? Now, I'll give you a quick example to shed more light on what I'm trying to talk about that's in my head. Now, I believe that for all of us in Nigeria, we're very, very familiar with politicians, okay? So our political leaders, we see them when they go out. You see a lot of people all around them. You see young boys, young men, young women flocking, just all around them. And they say, na my oga, this guy na my boss, or boy na my man. And you see them in 1 year, you see them in 2 years, they are not any different from who they were 2 years ago. So they're still looking, for who to follow. They're still looking for who to hang around. They're still looking for who to call boss. They're still looking for who to call madam, who to call oga. They are just at the same level where you met them 2 years ago. And you're wondering, what are these people doing? And if you have the privilege or the opportunity to speak with them, they'll say, guy, I just wait for my chance. I'm just waiting for the right time. I'm just waiting for when it will be my turn to become the boss, to become the oga. But you will find that even 4 years after, they are still just boys. Still with the same testimony of looking for their time, waiting for their chance to become oga. But the sad reality is that they may never become oga. And this is not just about the political sector. This is something that cuts across every other area of life, any career whatsoever, even in ministry. Now, the reason is very simple. These people are basically following these so-called bosses. this so-called oga, this so-called madam, for what they can get at the time. And the truth is, once they receive what they can get, they spend it, and then they come back looking for what they can get. So they never will grow from being a boy, from being a servant, to being a master, to being a man, to being the oga themselves. Why? Because all they are looking for is what they can get at the time from these bosses, the money they can get from these bosses, the fame they can get from these bosses. Oh, there's camera, there's the politicians, the leaders, the people are in the spotlight, and they're just comfortable with being in the spotlight with them as bodyguards, being in the spotlight with them as people who are just carrying their bags, who are hanging around, who are toutish, who are making so much noise, who are clearing the path for them. But if they really want to become masters someday, they need to go beyond following them for what they can get to following them because they want to be made. Now that means that you must be following that person because there is something you want to learn from that person. There is something you want to gain, a knowledge you want to gain that will shift you from where you are to where you ought to be. Nobody becomes an influencer if they don't become a problem solver. Nobody becomes a mentor if you cannot solve a problem. If you are not the solution to a problem, you are not a mentor. Because to be a mentor, to be an influencer, it means that you have something to give to somebody. And I always say it, you cannot give what you don't have. Now, let me quickly shift and share a scripture with you, one of my very favorite scriptures in the Bible. Now, this scripture is found in the book of Mark chapter 3 and verse 14. And I'll read it to you from the Amplified Version. He says, he went up, this is talking about Jesus. He says, he went up on the hillside and called those whom he himself wanted and chose. Now, this is Jesus choosing his 12 disciples. So he called those whom he himself wanted and chose, and they came to him. And he appointed 12 disciples so that they will be with him for instruction, and so that he could send them out to preach the gospel as apostles, that is, as his special messengers, personally chosen representatives. So this is something that Jesus even did. This is an understanding I want you to get this morning. Before Jesus sent anyone out, he made them follow him to be made. The scripture says he called them that first they should be with him. Why? So that he can instruct them, so he can teach them, so they can learn. It is in the process of following him and learning that they become like him, that they become like him, that they begin to receive the ability, because preceding verses will tell you that then he gave them power, then they had power to perform. So why are you actually following that person? Ask yourself. Why am I following this person? Why am I looking up to this person? Is it just for what I can get? Is it just to get arms, to get change here and there? Or am I looking up to this person because I want to be made? Are you actually learning at the feet of that person? Are you getting instruction? Is your life taking shape? Because if you have not received anything, you will not be able to give. You will not be able to lead. You will not be able to dominate in your profession, in your field, in your business. Have you learned anything? Nobody becomes a master overnight. You must be schooled. If your child goes to school and is expected to learn numeracy or mathematics, they will only be taught by someone who has been schooled, someone who has learned how the concept of mathematics, or what the concept of mathematics is all about. Only that person will be able to impact that knowledge in your child, so that your child will become a good mathematician. No English teacher will teach your child maths and then your child will become a master. It's impossible. So what do you want to become? What kind of person are you going to be? And who are you looking at? Who are you learning from? Everybody wants to be a boss today, but nobody wants to take the pain to learn. Nobody wants to be under. Nobody wants to be tutored. Nobody will get to the top except they learn. Nobody will become a master except you are a student at first. So please, I know that we all want to be influencers. I want to be an influencer. I'm talking to you today, but trust me, I'm still learning under a lot of people. The moment you stop learning, you start dying. The moment you stop learning, you start dying. You must continue to learn, irrespective of the position, the place where you are. There's always someone ahead of you. Please, don't let pride take the better part of you. Bend. Learn. Don't follow just because you want to receive what is temporary. Follow because you want to get instruction. You want to learn. You want to be made. So that tomorrow, as an influencer, as a master in your field, you will not be empty. You will have something to give to the people around you. The scripture says that this world is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. If the sons of God don't go for knowledge, if we don't listen, if we don't learn, we will be a disappointment to the world. But I trust that this word has come today so that you can look at yourself, re-examine your life, and bend and learn to be made. I trust that this has been a source of blessing to you, a source of inspiration, a source of encouragement, a source of motivation. And I'm certain that as we all bend to learn, to be made, we will all be at the top. Have a blessed week. Have a fruitful day. God bless you. Stay safe. I love you. Bye.